Now to the epic glacier loss happening in Switzerland, breaking records that began nearly a century ago. Ginger is on a glacier, bringing us some jaw-dropping visuals and how what's happening to these glaciers is putting 200 million people at risk of losing something critical, Ginger.
Welcome to Morterash Glacier here in Switzerland, Michael. You know, I wish you could be here to smell that fresh, crisp Swiss Alps air, to feel that ice cold emanating through your body since we're standing on the ice of the glacier. But I also wish you could be here, and you can see from our drone, to experience the grandeur and to learn as much as I have. Because people think glacier and they think maybe skiing, or they're not really sure what to think, but you should think water. More than 260 million people rely on glacial melt for their fresh water and irrigation. And these things are not just beautiful, they are critical, and they are shrinking faster than we've ever seen in recorded history.
The glorious glaciers of Switzerland. Majestic, miles-long rivers of ice formed by thousands of years of snow falling onto the Alps, compressing and freezing over. But this year, these glaciers are disappearing faster than we have ever seen in the century they've been closely studied. Bare rock that had not been exposed for at least 2,000 years, now ice-free. In July, part of the Marmolada Glacier collapsing in Italy, killing 11 hikers. This 1968 plane wreck, 3 bodies of hikers encased in the ice for decades, discovered this year.
Just to get an idea, this year Switzerland lost 6%. On an average extreme year is 2%. So what's the word we use for 6% loss?
I don't know. I have no words.
Dr. Felix Keller studies these glaciers and is trying to save them.
When we would stand here in the year 1878, the glacier tongue was very steep.
Ice cores and paleoclimatology show us that these glaciers have naturally grown and receded over tens of thousands of years. But humans have exacerbated that change.
So we do have a good idea that the ice loss that we're seeing now has not happened in thousands of years. To this degree, this fast.
To this degree and this fast, it seems that we have several thousand years, it never happens.
So when we talk about the tie to human-induced climate change, is that connection strong?
This connection is very strong.
This year's extreme melt came from an exceptionally snowless winter and several record-breaking heat waves in Europe. Scientists throughout Switzerland have been covering some of the glaciers with reflective blankets each summer. That way they can slow the melt.
It's just not enough. This area of the Alps is warming 2 times faster than the rest of the world. So the ice that I'm standing on here, 50 meters deep, it'll be gone by 2031. Actually, all the ice up to that rock face will be gone. Part of the reason why Dr. Keller and his team are trying to find a way to slow down the melt.
Last winter, Dr. Keller trapped the glacier's meltwater and reused it to make snow.
We use this water, which is 200 meters above the glacier. We use this water pressure to produce snow without electrical energy.
30,000 tons of 100% renewable man-made snow will be made each day in the winter, both insulating the glacier and reflecting the sun away from it.
If we are successful, we can slow down about the glacier melting about to 30 to 50 years.
A half a century would be extremely helpful, not just for the folks who rely on the river and the meltwater from this glacier, but from the Andes to the Himalayas. There are really critical glacier loss that are happening that will leave people without water. So hopefully Dr. Keller's technology, that snow cable, can be brought there. I want to take that drone again and give you another perspective, because you know that we were talking length. Like, we are 1.5 miles from where the length of this glacier was in 1990. But that wall of that very steep slope with all of those rocks that were falling down a lot, by the way, yesterday, that is where the glacier used to be in height, so more than 600 feet high. We have lost width, volume, and of course length. And that's really the issue, is that you have to cover with so much snow, so many blankets, and that's just a temporary fix. Dr. Keller told me what we really need to do if we want to have an impact on these glaciers is slow the warming of our planet. And that comes down to something we can do with reduction in emissions and big changes.
Well, hey Hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.